During the COVID epidemic, many businesses qualify and simply do not know it. All business types and industries may qualify. You can claim the credit even if you received a PPP loan. This is a cash payment and not a loan and can be claimed now. The licensed CPAs and tax professionals at Ferguson, Timar & Associates have been serving business owners across the country for over 15 years. The best part is that until you receive your cash payment, you don't pay us a dime. Our tax credit specialists are available now at 833-ERC-FILE, and your tax payment estimate is quick, easy, and free. That's 833-ERC-FILE to qualify you and your business for up to $26,000 per employee of free federal aid. Call us now at 833-ERC-FILE. That's 833-ERC-FILE.
The cost of everything is going up. It's got you re-examining your priorities in a big way. If you had thoughts of a private school for your child, where a well-rounded curriculum, individual attention, and an emphasis on values provide a foundation for success, well, we've got great news. Right now, on our website, you'll find tuition vouchers for some of the Bay's most prestigious private schools, available at half price. Learn more and explore our list of participating schools at 860amtheanswer.com.
In my local paper in North Jersey, not a word about the shooting in Kentucky, not a word about the guy being for Black Lives Matter. He was a liberal. He did not like Trump. Not a word. And that's the problem, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Biden is not going to, you know who's going to run? Obama's wife, Michelle.
Well, I don't know it's Michelle Obama. I think it's going to be Gavin Newsom, but I want to know what you think about the suggestion that Ron DeSantis sit this one out, support Trump in 2024, short of not running with him. If he doesn't run with him, then support him and go for 2028. Isn't D.C. Drano right? He's going to get, I mean, look at Mike Pence. The MAGA base has turned on Mike Pence over one thing. You don't think that's going to happen with Ron DeSantis? And then that hobbles him and his chances for 2028. Let's start with Jesse in Stillwater, Minnesota. Hi, Jesse. How you doing today?
Hey, Mike. Doing great. Hey,
Good.
appreciate the time. I agree 100% with that statement on Pence. We had one wrong mistake. We all turned on him. But again, that's what we want in Trump. I mean, he did what he said he was going to do. I fell for the Romneys, the McCains, the Bush number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we finally have a politician that does what he says he's going to do. And if DeSantis runs with him or supports him, it's going to turn him into Superman for 2028.
Oh, my gosh.
We hate disloyalty, and, like, that's...
There'd be no stopping them. I mean, if the ticket in 2024 were Trump DeSantis, you think Joe Biden can beat that? And I get it that these are two strong personalities. Can't they come to an agreement? And wouldn't that be genius on the part of Ron DeSantis? Teresa in the upstate of South Carolina. Hi, Teresa.
Hey, how are you, Mike?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Good.
100% Trump supporter from day one.
Yes, ma'am.
If DeSantis and Trump was on a ticket for the next 12 years, we are going to have a country like we haven't had it before.
All right, Teresa, one open line, 800-655-MIKE. Kevin's in Scottsdale, Arizona. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, Mike, thanks for taking my call.
Of course.
Real quick, I agree with both callers. My biggest concern is, how do we think Trump's going to beat Biden when he didn't beat him in 2020? And when you look at the midterms, I just don't see it.
So who do you see beating Biden?
Can beat Trump, or excuse me, can beat Biden or whoever the nominee is.
Who do you see beating Biden?
I think DeSantis has a better shot than Trump.
So you disagree with the message that DeSantis is going to get the MAGA base. Do you think DeSantis can win without the base of Trump supporters, the MAGA movement behind him?
I do, yes. I think it's going to be incredibly challenging.
Yeah, you're delusional. You're delusional. You lose 30, 40, 50% of Trump supporters. There's no way he can win, Kevin. That's wishful thinking on your part.
But do you think they're going to sit it out, though? You think they're really going to stay home, that 30% you're referring to?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I think you're delusional.
They're going to be a whole, listen, sit in my chair for a few years and listen to people who did set it out. Just ask Georgia voters. Ask Georgia voters when all they had to do was get one of those two candidates across the finish line. They sat it out, and now we're paying a heavy price. Yeah, I mean, I get your optimism. I wish I shared it, that's all. 800-655-MIKE, Jim in Tampa. Hi, Jim.
Hey, Mike. I love your show.
Thank you.
Listen, we're in a tough spot. I think we have to acknowledge that. It's not black and white.
You're right.
I agree with the post that you read, but also we are in a tough spot. As the other caller just said, I think Trump's going to have a very hard time winning. I think if DeSantis could run against Biden or any other Democrat, it would be a slam dunk. He would win.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Let me ask you what I asked the last caller. If this DC Drano, and listen, again, I don't know that you're wrong and I'm right or you're right, or I mean, you're right. We're in a tough spot, no doubt about it. But don't you ask Mike Pence about MAGA. The base has turned against Mike Pence over one issue, January 6th. They'll do the same thing to Ron DeSantis. They're already kind of doing it. How can he beat Biden without MAGA?
I think Pence is not DeSantis. DeSantis is not Pence. I don't think too many. I think Pence was there based on the fact that Trump picked him.
Right.
I don't think too many Republicans knew much about Pence. DeSantis has quite a record. He's impressed a lot of people over the last couple of years. So I think it's a little bit comparing apples and oranges.
Okay, I appreciate that. Let's see what others say. And I appreciate your kind words very much. And again, Jim, don't get me wrong. You could be completely correct. Maybe Ron DeSantis can do it without MAGA. I kind of doubt it. Again, here's what this DC Drano tweeted. Pence made one giant mistake. He crossed the base over January 6th, and now MAGA has crossed him off their list forever. Why should Ron DeSantis flirt with that danger? It makes a lot of sense to me. Portions of our show brought to you by Angie's List. I am an Angi kind of a guy, not a do-it-yourselfer, I admit it, but I got a lot of projects going on, in fact, right now, and almost all of them are from Angi contractors. They understand the difficulties that come with home projects. They make tackling your project as simple as possible from beginning to end. Angie's your personal home expert. They've served over 150 million consumers to date. Isn't that something? Turn to Angi with confidence like I do. With just a few taps on the Angi app or clicks on the site, you can have Angi tackle your home service project with fair prices and skilled professionals. Angi has cost guides that tell you what others have paid for similar projects, both nationally and in your area too. Download the free Angi mobile app today or visit Angi.com, A-N-G-I, Angi.com. Your home for everything home. Let's talk about losing weight, the PhD weight loss and nutrition way. I've lost 53 pounds, keeping it off. I'm on maintenance because I'm going to never be as fat as I was. You want to see how fat I was? You want to see me 40 or 50 pounds heavier? Just text the keyword FATTY, F-A-T-T-Y, to our MyPillow text line, which is 800-655-MIKE, 800-655-6453. We'll send you back the before Florida driver's license picture and the after Florida driver's license picture, and you'll see what weight loss looks like. I feel like $1 million, and I'm so grateful to PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition. And don't worry, on that text that we'll send you back, we'll include the link where you can reach out with PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition, because Fatty Mike isn't quite so fatty anymore, thanks to PhD Weight Loss and Nutrition. Text FATTY to 800-655-6453, or just go to myphdweightloss.com, myphdweightloss.com.
The following is not an actor, but a real-life story from Trinity Debt Management.
I'm Corey, and this is my story. I was going through some financial troubles paying off my credit cards. I was paying high interest rates, and it just wasn't getting any better. And I knew I had to do something. So my mom told me about Trinity, and so I decided to call. Trinity was able to do something that I couldn't. I'm paying off my debt, I'm saving thousands, and things are really looking up. I promise you guys, you will not regret it when you call Trinity, because it was such a relief and less stress in my life, and it was the best thing I could have done for myself, because once I called Trinity, they took care of me, and I felt such a relief, a weight off my shoulders. Trinity was great to work with. They wanted to help me. I love it.
If you're in debt and you need help, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976.
I'm Corey, and I'm debt-free for keeps.
1-800-990-6976.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher, inviting you to join me for a remarkable travel opportunity that will change your life forever. Dennis Prager and I are headed back to the Holy Land, Israel, this October. It's the Stand With Israel Tour. Join us along with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll take you to key sites in the Holy Land, thoughtfully designed to give you unprecedented access to a region you've likely only read about. Visit standwithisraeltour.com and get all the details. We'll uncover important geopolitical locations and show you Israel's significance on the world stage, past, present, and future. Step foot on the ancient streets of Jerusalem. We'll sail the Sea of Galilee, pray at the Western Wall, and so much more. We'll have guides for our group, lavish food, and luxurious accommodations. No other trip will be like this one. Come with Dennis and me this October. Register today. Call 855-565-5519, 855-565-5519, or go to standwithisraeltour.com, standwithisraeltour.com.
Drew here. I call my favorite financial vehicle the Laser Fund. Laser is an acronym that stands for Liquid Assets Safely Earning Returns. The Laser Fund eliminates the dangers of rising taxes, inflation, and market uncertainty. You know, losing money when the stock market goes down is unacceptable to me. Learn how I protect myself when that happens. I want you to have a free copy of my latest best-selling book, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free Retirement. Especially if you have money trapped in an IRA or 401k, learn what you can do better. Call now to claim your free copy. I'll send out a copy via priority mail. I'll cover the shipping. Simply call 925-430-7878. That's 925-430-7878. Call 925-430-7878.
What aren't we being told about the COVID-19 scenario, about covert climate engineering operations that are wreaking havoc with weather all over the world, about the totality of unfolding and accelerating global environmental collapse? If you're willing to face and investigate shocking, verifiable realities that mainstream media sources and their distract and divide talking heads will never tell you, tune into the commercial-free, non-political Global Alert News Hour, Sunday, 4 p.m. on AM 860, The Answer. This is Dane Wigington from geoengineeringwatch.org.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Rookie Louisville, Kentucky police officer Nicholas Wiltz is being hailed as a hero. He confronted the gunman who opened fire yesterday at a downtown bank. The 26-year-old officer was shot in the head, hospitalized in critical condition. The gunman, a bank employee who had been told that he was going to be fired, killed 5 people, wounded at least 8 others, including 2 police officers. Top U.S. intel officials scrambling to limit the damage done by online leaks of highly classified documents dealing with the war in Ukraine, among other things. The Democrats have chosen Chicago as the site of their 2024 National Convention. Last summer, the Republicans selected Milwaukee to host their convention. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 112 points, the NASDAQ down 56, the S&P 2 points higher. More details at srnnews.com.
The Mike Gallagher Show.
I've been on the Rio Grande, and I've seen dead bodies floating there who drowned because of your refusal to do your job. You don't even know how many have died. What do you say to the Texas farmers and ranchers who find pregnant ladies dead on their property, who find toddlers dead on their property? What do you say to them?
I say that is why, precisely, we are taking it to the smuggling organization.
But you are not. That is simply not true.
In the ReliefFactor.com studios, here's Mike.
We got some exciting things coming up here at Team Gallagher. I'm off to Dallas later this week. I'm going to be in North Texas for a big evening with Mark Davis. If you like the M&M experience and you want to see that interchange and our camaraderie in person. We're going to be on stage at the Palace Theater in Grapevine, Texas, Tuesday evening. For tickets, go to 660amtheanswer.com. Or is it am660theanswer.com? I always get it mixed up. I think it's 660amtheanswer.com. Derek, check that for me. But go to the K-Sky website, which is, I think, it's either am660theanswer.com or 660amtheanswer.com. Tickets are available. There are a few left. We got a good crowd coming out. We're going to have a terrific time, and Mark and I have a great evening planned for you. Mark's putting a lot of work into this. I am too. Mark's very excited about our M&M experience in person, on stage. We've been planning this for a long time. We got some big surprises for you coming up. You're going to see a side of us that you don't normally see or hear on Salem News Channel or on the radio. So, again, for tickets, I'm still waiting. Sometimes, you know, just once, I'd like to see the team spring into action. So, I don't know. I'm flipping a coin. Derek's kind of staring off into space. Which is it, gang? Is it am660theanswer.com or 660amtheanswer.com? If you'll tell me, then everybody will know. And there we go, 660amtheanswer.com. Thank you, guys. Everybody's a little slow on the uptake today. Goodness knows Eric has driven me off the cliff with his mistakes, but I can't be mad at him because he gave me a wonderful birthday present. This cool retro radio. It looks like something from the 1950s, but it's real high tech. I love it. Tracy made me a chicken parmesan dinner for my birthday last night, which was great. I'm very blessed to have this team, and so lucky to get to do this for a living with you. Speaking of exciting things we got going on, you know how people complain about me interrupting too much? How about the Mike Gallagher No Interruptions podcast? We've got a brand new podcast. Our first episode drops tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Central, the No Interruptions podcast. Here's the premise behind the podcast. We're going to put two guests on who have completely opposite points of view. The rule is no interruptions. They get to present their point of view, and I'm not going to interrupt them. You're going to get to hear the ideology from the right and the left, and this abortion debate that we're having in America is a crucial one. And I want to start with that one. So we're going to have, from the right, we're going to have Ryan Baumberger. He's Chief Creative Officer and co-founder of the Radiance Foundation. He's going to be on one side. Kendall Scudder is Vice Chair for Finance of the Texas Democrats. So Kendall and Ryan are going to be my guests on the inaugural episode of the Mike Gallagher Show No Interruptions podcast. And Kendall and Ryan know that I'm not allowed to interrupt them. They're going to get to present their point of view. And I told Mark about this. He's like, oh, you're not going to be able to help yourself. You're not going to contain yourself. When Kendall goes off half, no, I'm going to let him speak. And for those who think that I interrupt too much, this will be a perfect antidote to that. So download the podcast. The first one's tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify. If you go to MikeOnline.com, you can find out how to download the podcast, subscribe to the Mike Gallagher podcast, the Mike Gallagher Backstage Pass, and the No Interruptions podcast, which has its first installment tomorrow. And I'm hoping to have a great response, because I think people are going to like it. I'm excited. So tomorrow morning, first time you'll hear it, the No Interruptions podcast, and we will debate. It's going to be respectful, it's going to be non-contentious, and best part of all, no interruptions allowed. Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool concept, if I may say so myself. We'll find out. Again, first one tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Eastern, 5 a.m. Central, wherever you get your podcasts. Portions of our show are brought to you, of course, by MyPillow. I was thinking last night when I crawled into bed and I slept like a baby, what it means to be able to offer you a guaranteed good night's sleep. That's Mike Lindell's, that's the secret sauce. A guaranteed good night's sleep. Go to MyPillow.com. Look for the Mike Gallagher Radio Special Square. The MyPillow 2.0 is astounding because it's got a new fabric cooling technology. Keeps the pillow nice and cool all through the night. There's no more hot side and cool side. You got to flip the pillow around. It's still got the 4 loft layers that the MyPillow always has, but it's got this fabric cooling technology that is truly going to astound you. For a limited time, buy one, get the second one free when you use the promo code MikeG.